Well, I'm here right now with Aphromoo, who unfortunately lost today, but will be headed to Toronto next week for the third and fourth match against Immortals. Aphromoo, I think a lot of people were expecting a TSM win today. Unfortunately, ended up being a 3-0 in their favor. What happened on the CLG side?
We took an 0-3 to the brain.
Yeah.
That series, yeah. So, but during the series, what happened? I would say mostly compositionally, we got outcomped. All of the games. It was really hard for us to do our win conditions since they had a lot of long range. Most of their champions all had engaged. They got Gangplank ulti, Lissandra. You got Rek'Sai. Peter was playing Sivir, so you speed everybody up and stuff like that. And most of our champs, most of the games is really hard unless we're already in position. So usually we'd have to contest, right, to go in for vision. But TSM always in the right spot at the right time. So just in general, we can't really walk at them because they'll get their flanks around us and we'll lose that way. So, yeah, that's probably the main reason I would put it on. Probably not much else I could think about why we lost that game. They did play really well, and I didn't think we were playing that bad either. It's just champion-wise, we didn't really know what we were able to do.
So let's talk about the comp. The big conversation, I think, on Twitter and social media, of course, is the remake with the immediate disable of Aurelion Sol, which everybody knows is one of Huhi's champs. Do you have any opinions on that situation or anything at all that you'd like to say?
It was pretty dumb. Since before we watched LCK, EU LCS, they were playing Aurelion Sol just fine. No one really found the bug whatsoever. So I thought it was weird that they banned the champion entirely. So essentially, TSM got 4 bans, and we only got 3 for the whole series. So that was a little bit weird. So most of our draft, we had all of our answers, and then once we took out one, which was Aurelion Sol, then we'd have to change our draft, which we didn't really want to, coming into it, to ban Cassio against Bjergsen, since Aurelion Sol was what we were going to play into it originally. But now we don't have an answer for that, so we have to ban that, and then that allows them to pick something else, which we also don't have an answer for because we had to ban Cassio. So it was pretty weird playing against 4 bans, essentially. So I thought it was kind of dumb since that's what we practiced. So, yeah, we just had to wing it by. None of the players thought much of it. I didn't really think about it either because we still had to play. Right. And I'm not going to be the one to call it out, or that'll be on my mind, essentially. So I'm just focusing on the next game. So after the fact, in hindsight, yeah, it was pretty stupid. So maybe they could have just postponed the match a couple days since we could practice something else if it's going to be banned. So,
do you think that the match could have gone a different way if that hadn't happened?
Yeah. Could have gone either way, but even though Aurelion Sol was banned, TSM still played really well in all 3 games. So we played through it. They played through it, even though we're at a disadvantage. It's okay. Not too sad about the loss because TSM definitely showed up. So
now this week you will play Immortals, who are, I think a lot of people expected to be in the finals, but instead will be facing off against you guys. Still a really strong team. What do you think your chances are there?
Coming up against Immortals, watching their C9 series that they had just recently played, they were definitely really, really hungry to win. Unfortunate that they lost in semifinals again. Kind of sucks. But C9 just shut Huni and Rainover down, and I'm pretty sure that duo is how they run their entire team around getting Huni ahead so he can have split push pressure, and then Rainover is just so tanky he can alleviate the disadvantages the other side of the map gets to be able to make plays and stuff like that. And Impact just popped off that series. So top lane centric meta right now with Gangplank, Gnar, Echo just being the 3 revolving champions around that. And we're going to have to play around the same way C9 did in their series.
And now, do you think that, because basically we were outside and Stixie walked past Doublelift and said he was a huge TSM fan now, because based on TSM's results next week, it'll play into what happens for you guys in terms of Worlds. Do you think TSM, after facing them today, can beat Cloud9?
I think it's going to be a toss-up. Most likely 5-game series versus C9 and TSM. I still think C9 has a little bit of an edge based on us playing against them, and when they went up against Immortals. They just have been firing on all cylinders. So if TSM can definitely pull something out of the bag, because I know they did ban my bar today a lot. I don't think they're going to do that against Smoothie. So it's just going to be interesting who they're going to target mostly. So I think that'll be cool. But 3-2, my heart wants me to go with TSM because if TSM wins, we automatically qualify for Worlds. Right. But my brain is telling me it's going to be C9. So.
Oh, wow. All right. Even after the success TSM has had the split.
Yeah, I don't really care about the success during the split that much. Most teams have to go through obstacles and stuff like that. C9 definitely had slumped in the beginning, middle part a little bit, and then towards the end they were a little bit picking it up. But coming this playoffs and scrimming against them for 2 to 3 weeks, they have it pretty much pat down. So.
Very good. Well, I'm excited to hear that at least it'll be hopefully a 5-game series because Canadian fans will probably be excited about that. Have you been to Canada before?
I've never been to Canada before, but good thing that my first place in Canada will be Toronto, which is apparently really good. So I'm going to check out the city.
Snow Vancouver.
Snow Vancouver?
It's no Vancouver.
Oh, is that a better city?
I think so. The Toronto fans are not going to kill me for saying that.
Holy shit. I love Canada, guys. Don't kill me.
Yeah. Actually, Canadians are super nice. They'll just sort of say, oh, that was very nice of you to compliment one of our other cities. That's probably how they'll handle it.
Oh, yeah. I see. Okay.
But excited to see them, I'm sure.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Right, very good. Is there anything that you would like to say to any of the CLG fans out there?
Thanks for watching, guys. Unlucky was a 0-3. But shout out to our sponsors. Astro, Twitch.tv, iBuyPower, DX Racer. And that's it.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of our coverage of all things esports here at Yahoo Esports.